Hello, my name is Brandon Rockers, and this is my presentation, Oh My Poseidon, or Neptune, How Tritons Can Help You Form Theses. Now, the question is, what is a thesis? Well, a thesis is an introductory statement that will be maintained or proved. When do I use a thesis, you might be asking. You're going to use a thesis in literary analysis essays, DEJs, double entry journals, that is, commentaries, speeches, and everyday thoughts. You have to prove and maintain what you believe in, day to day. Okay, so how do I use a thesis? Well, you're going to use a thesis at the end of the intro paragraph, the very first paragraph that you write. Include any information about the topic that the reader will need, by the way. Okay, so here's an example. Do you think Reese's is the best candy, is the question. Now I'll read it. You can read it to yourselves. Reese's Peanut Butter Cups are candy bars manufactured by Hershey's, a food company. They are cups of chocolate with peanut butter filling. I find extreme delight in Reese's Peanut Butter Cups from the consistency of the peanut butter, the sweetness of the chocolate, and the texture of the cup as a whole. So now, I want you all to find the information in yellow and the thesis in red. Okay, we're returning back to my example. Now, if you saw candy bars manufactured by Hershey's or cups of chocolate with peanut butter filling, that would be the information. That's the relevant stuff that the reader needs to know. Pretend that they don't know or have any idea what Reese's is. Now, if you found the thesis in red, it should read, I find extreme delight in the Reese's Peanut Butter Cups from the consistency of the peanut butter, the sweetness of the chocolate, and the texture of the cup as a whole. Okay, so moving on to Poseidon and his trident. Okay, so Poseidon, or Neptune, it just depends, was the god of the sea. He was responsible for earthquakes and floods and rocked the trident. So, coming onto our next slide here, we can see that tridents and theses share a common relationship. A trident is a three-pronged spear, and a thesis, well, think of it as like an English three-pronged spear. The thesis is your base, and your points are the prongs, or the little pokey things. Okay, so from the prongs, we will eventually filter into our body paragraphs. So the points that were a part of the thesis are now a part of the body paragraphs, if that makes sense. Okay, so here's my example that we used earlier. So the base of the spear is Reese's the best candy? Now, if you remember earlier, I gave my reasons, which will be my points on the spear, I guess. I gave the peanut butter reason, I gave the chocolate reason, and I gave the cup ridges for a reason. These three parts make up my thesis. Okay, so from these three parts, from the peanut butter, from the chocolate, and the cup ridges, will eventually lead into our body paragraphs. But that's another discussion for another day. If you have any other questions, please ask me or any of the other tutors in the Edison Writing Center. Thank you all for listening.